Hey you guys, this is Unique. Um, it's been a while. This is Kason. Let me tell you. Um, yeah, he is almost 5 months. So that is him. he just he has beef with the camera. So like, if he's like looking at it, ignore him. Okay. So my labor and delivery story was a bit rocky, and you really couldn't see anything and hear anything. So that's why I took it down. I was like, I'll just make another one or whatever. So here it is, my labor and delivery story. As soon as I figure out how to work YouTube, I swear I'll set up pictures of how he used to look. Because he had gray eyes before, but he doesn't anymore. They're more of a light brown. You can't really see them because it's really dark in here. Well, labor is the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. And I've had tattoos, I've had piercings, I've had hangovers. Because some of those are like killer. But, my labor was painful. Um, he wind up being like, I had all these plans of how I was gonna do it, and I didn't want this happen, I didn't want that happen. Um, so my labor started, I want to say October 17th. My labor started, and I was feeling this like these really bad pains in my stomach. And that's why I thought it wasn't labor, because usually labor is supposed to be in your back, or somebody told me like that. Something like somebody told me that if you have pains in your back, that's labor. So I wasn't too concerned about it, but I did wind up telling everybody, I think I'm in labor. I'm gonna go to the hospital, get checked out, and everything. So I got checked out, and let me tell you, the worst feeling is getting sent home when you know you're in labor, because they're like, yeah, you're about 2.5 centimeters dilated, but there's nothing we can do until you hit 3, or until you hit 4, something like 3 or 4 inches. Um, to 3 to 4 inches dilated or something like that. I don't know. So I sat there for hours. They loaded me up with water, and I am extremely anemic. So I was just, the covers were not helping. I was freezing, and the pain started increasing when I was drinking. So the pain was like killing me, and labor was killing me. And I was just like in a really bad mood. That's why I didn't really record it. I like envy people who record when they're in labor, because I couldn't think of anything except pain. So yeah, I want to say 3 hours in, all of my family came, and they're all sitting there and they're waiting excitedly, and they sent me home. They're like, you're not moving, go home. And I was like so sad, because everybody was there and they drove all the way down there, and I lived in the Bronx, and I just felt really bad. So fast forward a few hours, they like, just go on a walk, like walk it out, like he will come out, like just walk it out. So I went on a walk, but the pain was increasing, so I started crying, because it was like really painful, and like every time you walked, you like felt all this pain, like towards your area. So like it would really hurt, and it would like shoot up, like up and down pain, up and down. But it wasn't that painful, but it was like, it was bearable painful. And so like I was talking to my family, whatever. I'm moving my belly, trying to get him to relax or whatever. And I went home. I took a bath, and I got out of the bath, and that's when the pain really started like hitting me. And so it's hitting me, and I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to breathe it out, but it's really hurting. And I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs every time a contraction hit. And the next morning, the 18th, we went to the hospital again. Because I really thought I was like, okay, this is the time, like this is it, like he's coming out, whatever, because the pain was like unbearable. I was crying the whole night. Like I was like, I did not sleep that whole night. Like whoever said that you can sleep during labor is a fucking liar because you really can't. Like that is some painful shit. Like I could not sleep. I couldn't eat. It's been 5 months and I still remember it like it was the next like yesterday. So take it from me, labor is like something you really gotta take the time and get over. Do you see his face? Baby, baby, baby. Hi, hi. He's like mad at me because I'm not playing with him. Yeah, but yeah, labor was something else. So we went back. This is now the 18th, and we were like talking, and I was telling my family, I'm like, okay, I think this is it. This is the time. Whenever my mom rushed out, she ran out of her job, and she came to my side, and my aunt came, and everybody came, and I'm talking to them, and I'm trying to breathe through everything because it was really painful. So I stopped talking for a while, and so everybody's just sitting there watching me, and I was like kind of irritated because they're watching me, and I'm like, stop watching me, look at something else, like like because you're so angry all the time, That is my niece in the background. It's like her birthday. That's why all these balloons are here. But anyway, so I'm like, stop looking at me, stop watching me, go away. And so I told like everybody that it was that time. Whenever they checked me, they were like, "You're 3.5 centimeters dilated." I was like, "I'm in labor all freaking night. I cannot believe I've only went up an inch." I was so pissed, and they were like, they were being super rude about it. Like the last hospital I went to, I really hated them because they were like super rude. They were like, "Yeah, you're not moving, so we're gonna just send you home, and yeah, you can't just keep running back to the hospital every time you feel like." Excuse me, like I know I'm in labor, like I know my body, and then she's just like, "Yeah, well, you're not moving, so we're gonna send you home," and so I started crying because being sent home is like a dreaded feeling because you know your son or daughter is not coming home with you in your arms, and you gotta go through that pain by yourself at home. So that was some shit. Like I was really pissed off, and I'm just like, oh no, I was crying. My boyfriend was like, it's okay. I was like, shut up, it's not okay. Shut up, it's not okay. Blah blah blah. I was really angry, and so it was the night of the 18th, and I'm sitting there. I'm seriously vomiting. I'm feeling like I'm completely shit. Like I am vomiting. That's because I'm in so much pain. I'm sitting there, I'm whining and crying the whole time. The whole time I'm crying because that whole breathing class and all that and air, it did not work. I took the breathing class. I spent about $200 on the fucking breathing class, and it was a piece of shit. I did not learn anything because I did not. I like all you feel is pain, so you're not gonna remember shit of what you learned. Like, don't spend money if you don't have to. Okay, if you don't have it like that, don't spend the money. Okay, because it's a waste of time. Honestly, I don't remember what I learned in that class, and I wish I could take my money back because it was a waste of time. So I was vomiting. I'm sitting there. I'm on the ball. A trick I learned when I was in labor and what really helped me is I ran water. Water, it stimulates your mind. It keeps your mind at ease for just a brief moment. So run water. Put your hands in the water. I guess that's why people do water births because it calms you down. I wasn't gonna put my fat ass in a tub and not get up. Like, you know what I mean? So I just ran the water, sat on the ball, and just kept waving back and forth, putting my hands in the water, breathing through, trying to bring it through the contractions, but of course I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. And this went on the whole night of the 18th, till the following day, the 19th. And finally, my boyfriend finally came home because he works overnight. And he came home and I was like, I was still crying, and he was just like, "Babe, just breathe." And I'm like, "Shut up, you can't. Don't tell me." Like, I didn't forget how to breathe. I'm not stupid. Like, like, I was just so angry. So I went to the bathroom, and that's when I noticed the trickles of blood, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm bleeding." Like, and I don't know if that's normal. I was freaking out because I'm just like, "I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding." And then my boyfriend's like, "It's okay. Let's just go to the hospital and see what that's about." Whatever. I was like, "Grab the baby bag." And he's just like, "Let's just go to the hospital and see what that's about." Because we went to the hospital twice already and we got sent home. So he's like, third one to kill me. So, we went to the hospital, and then I started, like, we were driving normal speed. And then I was like, I gotta pee. I mean, I gotta shit or something. Like, I gotta push. And so my boyfriend's like, "What did you say?" And so he sped down, and he was dodging, weaving, weaving, dodging. And he's just like, "Don't push. Like, I don't think that's normal." And then I'm like, "No, I really gotta use the bathroom." So, I got into the hospital. I'm crawling up the damn elevator, and they're like, "You need a wheelchair?" I'm like, "No, because they're just gonna force me the fuck out of it." So I'm sitting there. I'm in pain. I feel like I have to use the bathroom. So I got there, and they're like, "Oh, you've been here before?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't been here before." So they took my information and they sat me in a bed, and they were like, "We're gonna check you and see how far, like, how dilated you are." So she checks me. She's like, "Whoa, buddy! Like, your 10 centimeters is dilated. You're ready to push." And I'm just like, "What?" And so they rush me. They have me changing, taking off my pants, putting IVs in my arm, and I'm like, "Wait, wait, where's the medication? I need the medication." I was flipping out because I didn't want to do it without medication, without morphine, without something. Like, and they're like, "Baby, it's too late. He is right there." And so I'm like, "Oh my God," I'm sitting here, I'm crying because I'm thinking I'm gonna have to push by myself. Like, there's no one here. And so my boyfriend called my mom while he was in the car. And I told my mom, I'm like, "Mom, they told me I gotta push. Like, I don't know how to do this." I was sitting there, I was crying the whole time because I didn't want to do it by myself. And so my boyfriend's sitting there, he's kissing my head and he's telling me to calm down. And the lady's like, and I'm still like, the contractions are like speeding up now. They're like every second. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm talking, and then I'm like, talking, talking, because it hurts so bad, like, And so, they opened my legs. My legs felt like a ton of bricks were on them. I could not lift them up, so they had to lift them up for me. I'm sitting there. They opened my legs. They checked me. They're like, "Yeah, we can see the head. You have to start pushing. Don't push yet," because they didn't want me to tear. And I'm sitting there, I'm doing the exact opposite because my body's like, "Yeah, he's coming. So catch." Like, and you feel this urge, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's natural. Like, it feels so natural. Like, you're not doing anything. It's your body. You're just making some sounds. Like, you're like, and the body's like, you could feel something coming down. Like, you could literally feel it. It's so surreal. Like, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, that happened. So he was like falling. I could feel him falling out of me, and I was like telling them, I'm like, "Oh my God, like, he's coming," and they're like, "Stop pushing." And I'm like, "I can't." And so I feel the water break, and that's when it really started hurting. So I was like, "Listen, I'm pushing," and so they were like, "Okay, start pushing," and I pushed, and I pushed about 3 times, and he came out, and he did not cry. Like, he came out, they wiped him, and he opened his mouth to cry and nothing came out. Like, you can hear gurgling sounds. So they snatched him off my chest really quickly, and I'm sitting there, I'm silently panicking, because that's what I do. I don't really panic, like, oh my god, oh my god. I just silently panic. My boyfriend is panicking in the back of me. He's like, what's going on? Why isn't he screaming? Like, and they were like, his lungs aren't inflating. And so that went on for about 20 minutes. They were trying to pat the mucus out of his chest, and they were like, we think we're going to have to take him to the ICU. And that's when the tears started rolling down, because I'm like, is he going to be all right? And I was like so worried, because I've never had a child before, but getting a child snatched off your chest and you didn't even do that skin to skin contact, and you're seeing 1,000 nurses on him trying to pat something out of his chest, is the worst feeling in the world. Like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So, I'm still getting like teared up, because, like, it happened for like 30 minutes. I was so scared, like, and I didn't want to lose him, like, I carried him. I did everything properly, and, he still was like not breathing, and I was so scared. And yeah, it's been 5 months and I'm still a little scared about it. So they took him out, and a few hours later they told him that the mucus came out and he was breathing fine, and they were going to keep an eye on him. And so I got to do that skin to skin contact, which was nice. And yeah, the rest is basically history. I stayed in the actual hospital for, I want to say 6 days, because they wanted to keep an eye on him. And so I was there a little bit longer than most, but it was all worth it, because I got my bundle of joy here. He is right here, kicking me. Alright. You're kicking mommy. You're kicking mommy. Hi. So it's been a journey. Let me tell you, yeah, it's been a journey. There it is. My labor delivery story, a little bit more updated, a little late, like 5 months late, but I wanted to give you guys the full blown details, and for some reason, this was the only time that I could do it. So there you go. Alright, you guys, this is Unique. Have a great day. I will link his 5 month update. I will do it as soon as I possibly can, because I know you guys want to know his progress. And this video is already too long, so. Have a great day, you guys. I will see you later.